It's a very good evening for everybody watching the Global TV, for everybody streamed onto the Paddy Brian Uganda YouTube channel. My name is Senablia Adrian Charlson, and this is the Mirror Extra. On my left is the deep-brained Paddy Brian. He's always here with the research, he's always here with everything to break down issues of great national importance. This very week, the parliament came out towards its last kicks of this particular term, the 11th parliament. It was the 10th? Yes, the 10th parliament came out and it passed the anti-human sacrifice bill. I don't know what these people have been up to all this time, but I think the human sacrifice has been going on, and this time round, more especially this Sunday, we just finished very intensely. And to this time, we had gone to some other levels, we had gone overboard to start now trading in human organs. What's your take on this? Was this the right time, or why it's the right time?
In the first place, I should also greet the viewers. Good evening. I would think, one, that this 10th parliament has been very, I think, tactical. In the first place, it goes to those who are leaving the parliament, that in their lifetime, they should be talked about as people who passed such a bill. I would think they took long to have to pass the bill in the first place. There has been a lot to do with human sacrifice in Uganda. We know for sure we had a case involving, for example, Kajubi, right? Kato Kajubi. And yes, for Kato Kajubi, it's said to have sacrificed a 12-year-old boy, Joseph Kasiri. That was in Masaka. Kato Kajubi being a businessman. In fact, those who looked at the footage of what really happened, you'd think Kato Kajubi, who had been found guilty, the kind of penalty was given, that was so light a penalty, having to sentence him to, some lifetime imprisonment. I believe for such people needed to have a punishment equal to that crime they committed. So I do think that the parliament came up well with the right penalty as being the death penalty against anyone accused of human sacrifice if found guilty.
In the Western life, the death penalty has always been looked at as something archaic. But here is Uganda. We had paused this time back. But I think recently the president came out and said, you know what, we are going to bring back the death penalty. And here is it. For if you found guilty of human sacrifice, death.
I do believe that even in those well-developed countries, be it the most democratic ones like US, there are cases where death penalty takes its course. I do remember in a country of China, though this is a communist, but it has a sense of democracy because they elect their president. Some time back, we had Ugandans who were, arrested within China, brought into Chinese courts of law, and they were found guilty of having used drugs or smuggled drugs in China. These very many Ugandans, in fact totaling up to around 50, were sentenced to death. This tells you that death sentence is still working. So in Uganda, if we brought it back, it is for the better. So what do you think you can give back to a pig that eats you? It's for example, your child. Such a pig needs to be also eaten up. To me, I think this whole thing is a very good and calculated bill passed by the 10th legislators.
Should we expect some reduce in the cases of human sacrifice because they have gone on the rise in the past term?
Yes, I do think this can be possible if only our government is able to implement this now passed bill. Remember, it is passed that the president has only to sign. I guess the president of Uganda should be gladly waiting to sign for this, because he himself wanted the death penalty to be rejuvenated. So at the end of the day, I believe if the implementation of this death penalty is put in place against those found guilty of human sacrifice, it's going to help a big deal in reducing cases of human sacrifice.
That has been it for today. We have dissected the anti-human sacrifice bill. We've just noted that in the recent time, and that is the Chanja Hakuna Mchezo. We don't know whether the next time has got a name, but this one is likely that it has. Human sacrifice had gone on the rise. There was a time when women were being killed, and you know what, those organs were taken out. And I don't know, human sacrifice is not only for the cultural stuff, but it's also now for human.
Allow me to say a thing about that just in a minute. In Uganda, it has been discovered, of course, by those who make research, that we've got these modern doctors. You know, we have the traditional doctors, but our modern doctors, some of them are so evilish that you would think the traditional doctors are better. Because now with them they are engaged in theft of body organs and selling them, if they are still functional, to the outside world at very big amounts of money. And these they get from people who have suffered road accidents, but probably they are not yet dead, and they kill them. Or they get these body organs just before 30 minutes after this body has been taken to the mortuary. So I think this is unbecoming, and ideally I believe they are also part of this. That clique of medical practitioners could be part of the killings we've had in Uganda. So we need to do something against such practices and such areas of lack of ethics and integrity for the job that our medical practitioners practiced while in their institutions of training.
That has been it for the Mirror this week. This time around in English. It's been a nice one.
Yes.
And we pray you watch some more videos of ours, and you present those advertisements to us, and we pray to do the good business.
Exactly.
My name is Adrian.
And I am Paddy Brian.